So now I'm going to show you the process of installing the free version and getting everything set up. So what you're going to do is go underneath your add plugins right here and just search for WP2FA. And then you're going to want to install this one right here by Melapress. So just go ahead and click install now. And then you can go ahead and activate the plugin once you install it. So after you activate the plugin, you're going to automatically see this setup wizard. So what I'm going to do is walk you through step by step on how to set up WP2FA. So let's go ahead and click Let's Get Started. And inside of here, you have two different options. The first one is you could do it where 2FA is going to be synced up to something like a Google Authenticator, which is a separate app on your phone, or you can do an email code. Let's go ahead and just turn off this one right now, and let's just focus on the 2FA app right now. So now you can go underneath here, just hit continue. And then this next part is the user is going to be able to have the option to have backup codes. So what this means is if a user loses their app or their email for some reason, this is going to be a set of codes that they can input into the plugin, and then they're going to be able to gain access back into their account and then get everything set up. So it's optional. You can turn this on or off, but let's just go ahead and keep that on. Hit continue. And then this is where you can go ahead and make it where the 2FA is going to be for all the different users on your website. And then this option, if you only want to have certain users, you could put that in here. And then if you have certain roles, so if you want all your subscribers to have it, you could just type in something like subscribers, and you should see your user roles will pop up right here. And then this is going to be where it's not going to be enforced automatically, but the user can always go ahead and add 2FA if they want. So that's what this option is right here. Do not enforce on any users. Let's go ahead and just click all users. And then this next screen is actually going to be if you want to exclude certain users. So if you don't want any of your admins, you could type admin in here, or if it's specific users, you can just add this right here and it would exclude them from having to deal with the 2FA. So let's go ahead and just hit continue here. And then this next option is nice because it's going to give the users the ability to have a grace period before they have to configure 2FA. So you can make it this button right here where they have to configure 2FA automatically. So they're not going to have a grace period. But then down here, you can have it where you can give it by hours or days. So you might have seen this in other accounts that you might have had where a bank might tell you, hey, after a few days, you have to, configure 2FA. And then there's some good options right down here. You can users who miss the grace period. You have an option to like block the user or has it in their dashboard, different notification. So this is a nice little setting right down here. Let's go ahead and just make it where it's straight away. And then that's it. You're going to hit finish setup. And then this screen right here is nice because you can go ahead as the current user you logged in. You can configure 2FA right now, or you can always close the wizard and configure that later. So let's go in this situation and click on configure 2FA right now. And I'll show you how you can set that all up using the Google Authenticator. So let's go ahead and click on configure 2FA now. And as soon as you do that, you're going to notice that it redirects you to your profile page. So this code right here is going to be what you need to scan on your Google Authenticator app, and then it will all sync up. So I'm going to open up my cell phone over here on the right side so you can see the process. Okay, so now I'm going to open up the Google Authenticator app on my phone. So as you can see here on the right, this is what the first screen is going to look like before you configure anything. So as you can see, there's a big blue button that says add a code. You're going to go ahead and click that. And then it's going to ask you to scan a QR code. So just go ahead and click that button. And as soon as you do that, you can see on the screen, what you do is as soon as I move over the QR code, it's going to automatically scan and configure everything. And as you can see, there's a number on the screen right here. So let's go ahead and just hit continue now. And you're just going to type in this number. Right now it's 179454. Go ahead and hit validate and save. So that's it. You're now officially connected. And so now when you log into the website, you're going to put this code in. And before I show you how the login process works, let's go ahead and click this button, generate a list of backup codes. So during the setup wizard, when you set up the backup codes, this is what it looks like right here. There's these 10 different strings. And what the user can do is now copy this, download, print, or send via email. And this is going to give them access to the back end if for some reason they lose their Google Authenticator app or their email. So now they have a backup. So you can just go ahead and click any of these. And after you do that, I'm just going to hit ready and close the wizard. And now what I'm going to do is actually log out of the website and show you how the process works again. So I'm just going to go ahead and log in. And once you hit login, you're going to be prompted to enter in that verification code. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the Google Authenticator app and just type in the code that's prompting. And right now it's 774019. And that's it. As soon as you do that, you're now officially logged in. So now the user can go and just normally access everything on the back end. So now I'm going to go and show you where all the different settings are. So in case you close down the wizard when you were setting this all up, you can always access all of that information again. And that's all going to be underneath your WP2FA right here. This option right here called policies. This is where you can go ahead, and this is where it's basically the same questions it asked during the setup, like who do you want it for? You can do exclusions. And then this right here, really good options. They give you, this is where you're going to be able to have it where site-wide, you can do it where they can do email or the two-factor app. And then you can see right here, it gives you another option in case the user has a different email address, for example, they can toggle that right here. And then you can also hide some information. This is where you're going to do your grace period. So basically the same stuff that we had during the setup wizard. And then one thing I do want to note is I do recommend before you enable email, make sure that the emails are sending correctly. And the way you can do that is underneath your white labeling right here where it says customize email templates. They have this option right down here for the email delivery test. So I highly recommend you want to make sure that everything's set up. So you want to make sure it's green right here, and then you're actually going to get the test email. So if we go back in, you could see that this was sent correctly. Because if you don't have that set up correctly, then people aren't going to get the emails when they try to set it up. So definitely recommend making sure that the email delivery is all going to work. So if it's not for some reason, you might have to change your email settings in WordPress, or if you're using SMTP plugin like Fluent SMTP, you're going to want to make sure that you can go ahead in here. And sometimes enabling these options, depending on how your email is all set up, you want to make sure that that's sending correctly. And that's it for this tutorial on how you can set up your two-factor authentication using the Melapress plugin. Now, if you run into any issues along the way, the support team is going to be really happy to help you. So just open up a ticket and it will get all sorted out. Thanks for watching and trusting the Melapress team for your site security. See you in the next one.